The moment it all became very real, budget day, and before the markets opened, the Bank of England announced a shock cut in interest rates, emergency measures for critical times.
The bank is announcing today a comprehensive and timely package of measures to help UK households and businesses bridge across the economic disruption caused by COVID-19.
The economic risk of coronavirus now hitting home as the scale of the public health risk hit the heart of government. Health Minister Nadine Dorries becoming one of the 463 UK cases. She'd been in number 10 just days ago.
Are you going to be tested for coronavirus, Minister?
Mr Rees-Mogg, have you had your coronavirus check yet?
Government carrying on as normal, for now. The new Chancellor tasked with delivering a budget in the most challenging of times. Just getting to Parliament difficult enough. The Chancellor stuck between two very different budgets. The Coronavirus Action Plan and his 5-year investment programme.
Mr Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Yeah! To the most pressing matters first.
Coronavirus will have a significant impact on our economy, but it will be temporary. I will do whatever it takes to get our nation through it.
$5 billion extra for the NHS.
Whatever extra resources our NHS needs to cope with coronavirus, it will get.
$7 billion to help businesses.
Today, I'm announcing a new temporary coronavirus business interruption loan scheme. Banks will offer loans of up to £1.2 million to support small and medium-sized businesses.
And reassurances for worried workers.
Rather than having to go to the doctors, you will soon be able to obtain a sick note by contacting 111.
Then to the long-term plan. 10 years of Tory austerity over, the spending taps turned on, all funded by the biggest rise in borrowing for 30 years.
This is the first budget of a new decade, the first in almost 50 years outside the European Union. And the first of this new government.
Hundreds of billions of capital investment for roads, rail and broadband. Billions more for public services too. Labour clear it's too little, too late.
We're going into this crisis with our public services on their knees. And as today's figures confirm, with a fundamentally weak economy, which is now flatlining, with zero growth even before the impact of coronavirus.
And on his own bench is the old guard defending the great Tory tradition of spending restraint.
While spending a lot of money may be popular and may seem the natural thing to do, there is, of course, that necessity of having a realistic assessment of the longer-term impact.
The fiscal rules that we set out in our manifesto are important. Sticking to those rules in normal times is what separates us from the parties opposite.
This is a budget drawn up before coronavirus changed everything. The new Chancellor tried to do both things today. He tried to vaccinate the economy while also trying to set out a 5-year vision for Britain. But ministers know that this government won't be judged on what happens to Britain in 5 years' time. It will be judged on how it handles this pandemic in the next 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. A Conservative Chancellor in number 11, but borrowing from Labour's playbook. A sign of Boris Johnson's intent to hold on to his new political ground. But that will depend not on promises made today, but the actions he takes to steer us through what is about to come. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.